Greetings and salutations everyone, this is of course Lite Crypto, and today we are going to be talking about the already confirmed Sonic airdrop. And Sonic is a layer 1 blockchain which was previously known as Fantom. Now they have gone through a rebrand and have announced a $200 million airdrop. And in case you are already holding Fantom tokens, those are going to be converted 1-to-1 into these new Sonic tokens. And as another disclaimer, this project is not to be confused with the Sonic project on Solana, which is basically a layer 2 for Solana or a rollup technology. So these are two different projects with the same name, sadly. So hopefully one of them decides to change or alter their name a bit so there won't be too much overlap and confusion between the two. But this one also has been, I guess, dubbed as OX Sonic, which is also their Twitter handle. But let's kind of dive into what are going to be the criteria for this airdrop. One of the things that is good about it, that it has a testnet portion and then it has the Fantom portion. So people who don't have any money can participate on this, and people who have money can also participate on this project. So there's kind of two different forms of criteria, starting with one of the more speculative ones on the table, and that is staking out your Fantom. So in case you're already having Fantom tokens, you have the ability to basically stake them out and choose a validator, just like we talked about on yesterday's video. And there isn't really that many different options in the validator list on Fantom right now. Most of them are like unnamed validators. There's not really any big brands here. We got Anchor, and they already have their own token, so I don't see them as like a possible entry on the list. So when I really look through this list, I don't see anything specific that could be doing their own token, but your staked Fantom, the time and the amount of the staked Fantom is gonna play some type of a part into the criteria. Most likely, it would be crazy to just reward the people on the testnet. So the OG fans who are providing liquidity on Fantom dApps and are also staking are likely gonna be part of this measurement, but they haven't announced the criteria, so it's all speculative. There's also liquid staking for Fantom through Beethoven. There's a chance that they will not count that as at all in part of their equations, so please pay in mind that if you are getting Fantom on this liquid platform, that might not be part of any of the criteria. And this project is also an optimism, so they're not like Fantom native, so there's a bit of a risk here. But then again, if you believe that the Fantom, the future Sonic token, is going to be going up in price, this might be a good place to also get some money and not have to deal with that long unstaking time. So let's get into a bit of the criteria over here about the airdrop. So there's some type of deflatory mechanic on this airdrop. So I said 200 million, but here it says 139 million. A portion of this money is going through Sonic Boom, which is basically people who are building dApps. So, I mean, it kind of has been a consistent thing that a lot of these new chains tend to give shit ton of grants into these people who are like forking their dApp into their chain or whatever. And this is kind of like an easy way to make money as a developer, in my opinion. Just fork a protocol, reskin it, and maybe you can get a grant. And then there's the arcade, which we are going to be focusing on next. So, and yes, there's the Sonic Boom, and portion of the airdrop is going to be given to these people who are participating on these bounties. And this is mostly like, hey, a bounty list, do debit card supporting for Sonic and USDC, lending protocols, NFT lending markets, points trading markets, blah, 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 blah. And there might be already a lot of exchanges which are just going to be supporting Sonic and taking those grants. So who knows what is the situation there, and there's going to be some bonuses here included to participate, but most of you are not developers, so we're not going to focus on this. Now then there is the arcade. And the arcade is pretty simple. There are 3 different games here, and sometimes this website is down. And this is the main reason why this video didn't come out earlier than it did, because fundamentally the arcade thing was down. There's a faucet which allows you to get these tokens, and these are going to be for testing purposes only. There's also a referral code for this. I appreciate you guys basically using mine. And what you just need to do is just prompt out a transaction and then just keep playing on the platform and do many transactions as possible here. And as you play more, you're going to be getting more arcade points. So it's a pretty simple process. These are just like testnet stuff, so nothing here pays. These are not on Fantom. This is on the Sonic on mainnet, and you want to bet much as possible. I don't think there's any types of limitations here on the actual system. And here on the Sonic Labs dashboard, you can see the points, how many points you have gotten, how many of the referrals have gotten points, and then there's the individual leaderboard. Given it's not super competitive for a testnet, I'm 46,000, and I basically haven't done nothing until today. So I mean, yes, I got those referral points earlier, but I haven't really done anything here. People got insane amounts of points here already on the top, so they just been spamming those transactions on the game, so you can probably even bought it. Then, as a last portion of the video, there are a couple of other things you can do, and there's probably going to be more Galax missions. So there were already, let me actually get the right one. So there were already a quest line called The Road to Sonic. I'm 100% sure that these NFTs are going to be part of them. A criteria. Maybe there is an NFT marketplace on Fantom where you can buy these, and then you're going to be eligible if they're very cheap. I might actually go now and buy those with Fantom. I have to look into that, what would be that specific place to do that. Then there's two other things which are also part of that thing, potential criteria. They are talking about a partnership with Layer 3 as well, so they're not just partnered with Galax, meaning that in near future there might be a Layer 3 quest line for Sonic, and those are going to be also part of the criteria. Then they also announced a partnership with Layer 0 and some other dApps which are not live. I went through all of them. So Layer 0, I guess you could do some type of bridge transactions, but I was not able to find which bridge actually right now supports Fantom. So in case there's going to be a testnet bridge on Layer 0, I don't know if there is one, you can bridge into the Sonic chain or bridge into Fantom or out of Fantom. And that is going to be part of the criteria potentially for this airdrop. So we got a couple of liquidity staking based things, and then we got this huge testnet thing going on, which is probably filled with a lot of cybles. I don't know how they're going to be dealing with that. Like, there's so many testnet stuff going on here. So there doesn't seem to be any type of limit, like how many transactions you can basically do here under the system. So but that's basically what I have to share with you guys. In case you want to see other types of guides on the channel, make sure that you're going to be leaving a comment down below. Is there a specific chain we should look into the next, and the potential airdrop criteria there? Guys, we're voting a bit on Solana also on the last poll, so maybe that's something you're interested in, but leave a comment down below. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more guides, and obviously go check out also the Recon Ops Telegram channel. There's a lot of guides there and latest airdrop news, so you don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you in the next video. Cheers.